Never opened a bottle of wine before.
No, it's non-alcoholic wine.
I don't know how to.
I think you twist and then go down. Like both. Let me see. I think you twist it in like. Is it going in?
I don't know.
Let me see. I think I've done this once or twice.
I wish it was one of those where it's fucking. Or in this fine around. Whoa! Scared the fuck out of me.
It's one of those traits you pick up.
Oh god, dude.
Did you try it?
No, I just smelled it. Oh. I'm cheersing for a reason.
We are back. Week 3.
We are back.
And in honor of, dare I say, the biggest win of your life?
It's not the biggest win of my life.
The biggest win
That
in 10 years?
I believe it was 2018 when we won with the 2-point conversion against the Chiefs. That was huge.
Yeah, but this is like...
But new era and like everyone's taking the Chiefs. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's
All right, cheers to that. We're drinking non-alcoholic Snoop Dogg Snoop's wine. Snoop's red wine. This is a $300 bottle.
no
No,
shot.
it's $10. It's $10. You're going to be able to tell, do not like wine. So let's see how this goes. Honestly,
It's not bad.
for wine, I give it 6 wines out of 10 wines.
Okay. My wine palette isn't that extensive, so I'll give it like a 7 wines out of 10 wines.
Let me chase that wine real quick.
I have a good idea of where we should start.
Mason's in a much better mood this week than he was last week. How could you not be in a mood, though, taking down the defending AFC champions? Let's just start right off the bat. What were your emotions like throughout the game, at the start of the game, and when you saw that clock hit 0?
So it's always kind of a nail biter for me. It's always because I'm so trained. Like, okay, here we go. We're blowing another lead. So going into it, I think halftime we were up 14-0. I don't know if they put up any points towards the end there. I loved the takeaways we had. I was very impressed. That Asante Samuel Jr. interception, dude.
I knew you were
I'm
getting
fired
all
up
kinds of
about
hard
that,
when
dude.
happened. Yeah.
Big time. Just the takeaways, though, and like we looked sharp. I was very impressed. The NFL as a whole is figuring out the Chiefs now, like what you need to do, like make them work up the field in chunk plays. Like they were just getting it to Kelsey for 6 to 7 yards, running it a little bit, but the forced turnovers really helped. I think we got them in a funk and they were just frustrated. Still, though, it's the Chiefs. You know that if they get the ball in their hands and it's relatively close, you cannot get comfortable.
Ballsy on that last drive, dude.
Brandon Staley's got a pair of nuts on him.
Ballsy.
Dude. That's what you got to do, though. You don't
I
want to
know.
play to tie, and you don't want to play for OT. You want to play to win. And the kicking situation's still bad.
Crazy one on the road. Right up with it was that Rams-Bucks game. It's hard not to overreact to these games. I mean, we're still week 3. I mean, I know the headline. I've stayed away from listening to people yet today to try not to get in my head to whatever steal anything from anybody, but I feel like the talk of the town's going to be today Matt Stafford MVP. The Rams are probably going to become Super Bowl favorites,
Yeah.
NFC favorites. I mean, they beat the Bucks last year with Goff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we still need to relax. I'm not going crazy over it, but I just love watching Stafford every week, man. That Cooper Kupp is always open. He might be the best receiver in the league right now,
Dude,
just in terms of if you need a first down.
He's unguardable right now,
It's
dude.
crazy.
I don't know what it is.
He's on one of my fantasy teams, and he's just absolutely erupting.
I have Robert Woods on one of my fantasy teams.
He not do too good.
No, he's not been doing good at all. You know, the Charger game wasn't the first thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had something else in mind.
Oh.
I did want to talk about it pretty early on, though, because I'm on Cloud 9 right now. But speaking of me being on Cloud 9, how about them Steelers? Big Ben looked sharp. It's not necessarily on Ben. I mean, that O-line is selling. But Ben, Super Bowl.
Listen. I am a new age sportscaster. I am not going to be like these TV hosers who's cling to a take that isn't there anymore. I'm not going to lie. It was a clickbaity take, taking the Steelers. That's why they're 44-1. To all my Steeler fans out there, I'm sorry for your loss, is what I want to say. That guy is the 30th best quarterback in the league right now.
He's 3 of 13 on passes 20 yards downfield this season.
I'm going to name a quarterback, and I want you to tell me if you would take Ben or if you would take him.
Sounds good.
Andy Dalton.
No, I'd rather take Ben and Tank.
Right now?
I mean, Andy's obviously more serviceable, but if I'm going between like some lackluster, like mediocre play and tanking with Ben and getting a good pick and setting yourself up for the future.
No. You're trying to win the Super Bowl
Oh.
this year.
That's a tough one. That's really tough. What are you doing there? Because that's really
Andy.
hard for me. Andy?
Andy,
Yeah.
100% without a doubt.
I mean, yeah,
And I
he's
could not be
definitely
more.
he definitely has more in the tank than Ben, and he can definitely do more. But it's like,
All right, let's keep
Andy
playing this game.
Dalton.
Jared Goff. I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I'll take Goff because in that Tomlin system with those weapons, I mean, he doesn't have to do too much.
Taylor Heineke.
Sure, give me Heineke.
Yep, every single time. At least he can move. At least you have at least there's a percentage chance that on a 3rd and 6 he can scramble.
Absolutely.
When Ben
Make
has to
something
move,
happen.
dude.
Ugh, he's as mobile as a tree.
Dude, he is in cement blocks. Like I know we're all moving because the earth is moving at all times, but I still think Ben is finding a way
Still
to
just-
not move.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Davis Mills.
Fuck it, why not?
Give me Davis Mills. Give me Davis Mills. Taysom Hill.
Might as well.
100%.
Might as
Taysom
well.
Hill. Taysom Hill.
Wow, you really sold your Ben chips.
Oh,
I mean, you weren't buying Ben
Listen,
chips. You were more buying Steelers chips.
this is an
but-
age where we all need to be careful with where we get our news because there's misinformation everywhere. The whole plant-based diet, best off-season, he's in the best shape of his life. I will never believe a headline that says a certain player is in the best shape of his life ever again. I already said how mad I was with it when they said Zeke is in the best shape of your life. It's your one job to be in good shape, so that shouldn't be a problem.
I wouldn't even doubt that, the best shape of your life thing, because you can get into great shape over an off season. But look at him. He didn't, you can tell when a big guy like that even trims down 10 pounds. He added 5 to 10 pounds, dude.
He made the interception that he threw in the third. I don't know if you saw it.
Was it the one where he literally, the linebacker was like just directly in front
It
of him?
was
and he just
me
threw it
to
right
you.
to him? Yeah.
It was me to you.
Yeah. Was
That
he-
what might have been
what
the
was he
worst throw I've ever seen.
One of the easiest interceptions you can get. Thank you.
Followed by when they were driving, trying to make some miracle comeback. They have 4th and 12, and he throws it just on a little out to Najee. That's gonna go absolutely nowhere, and it was the worst 4th down throw I have ever seen in my life. I can't imagine he finishes the season as their
Whether
quarterback.
that be
How do
injury
you
or
do that?
benching.
Dude, you
taking
can't.
Haskins
he
then?
can't play.
I'd take Haskins.
Start Haskins.
Might as
Trade
well.
for Minshew. Trade
Sign
for Nick
Cam.
Foles.
Sign Cam.
Dude. That's juicy. He is
Done.
done.
You're
Toast.
Oh yeah.
Burnt toast.
So do you have a new AFC team in terms of
I'll
Super
tell you
Bowl?
what, man. We're 3 weeks in, and this is like one of the most wide open. I'm still gonna say the Chiefs are the team to beat.
They're just a little Super Bowl hungover. They could easily get back on track.
Yeah, and it is
Anything.
clear that they're beatable, and it's clear that, like you said, there's now a game plan. You got to run the ball on them. You got to take away Tyreek and Kelsey. If it takes putting 2 guys on both of them, Kelsey's still going to get his because he's Kelsey.
A little short.
Tyreek's a little
and-
easier to kind of double, triple team take out, and then you're relying on Demarcus Robinson, Pringle to make all these crazy. Clyde, I mean, Clyde's just doesn't really seem. I mean, he's fine, he's good, but I'm not sure if that was worth really the 1st round pick that they spent on him. I guess if I had to pick somebody other than the Chiefs today, it'd probably be the Bills. They looked pretty good. They looked pretty dominant. They did what they were supposed to do. The Browns still struggle to move the ball.
Yeah.
The Chargers are like a fun one to pick, but they're still, you don't really know what you're getting week to week from them yet.
Yeah, we need a little more consistency out of them. I understand that.
The Ravens barely snuck by the Lions. It took a field goal at the end there.
It took a record-breaking field goal.
So I don't really know what to think, but that makes it a lot of fun. And I mean, it's the same with the NFC. I mean, yes, the Rams and Bucks look head over heels over everybody else, but
Rams, Bucks, Pack,
the
maybe.
Seahawks I were expecting to look really good. They weren't. The Niners couldn't. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. Jimmy called me out. They got the ball with 2.5 left, and they needed to go the length of the field, and he made 3 big-time throws and got him in the end zone. Unfortunately, he left 37 seconds too much on the clock, and A-Rod's going to A-Rod. But if you're the Steelers, third-round pick for Jimmy?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
You got good receivers. Najee is a beast. I know the old line is bad, and that's not gonna help Jimmy again. He's not very mobile, but dude, you got to do something because it's gonna be so hard to watch them all year.
I like that. I do like that Trey's still sitting though, and I don't know if it does speak to the rookie quarterback sitting or starting, but all of the rookie quarterbacks do not look good right now. It's not that they are like they're rookies, so
they look bad.
But maybe sitting and learning that Shanahan system like that is going to be huge for him.
It could be, but there's also no
situations, and
there's no other quarterback though would those other quarterbacks be struggling if they were on the Niners and they had Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk and Kyle Shanahan and a really good offensive line?
We are talking about 2 shitty teams.
Yeah, the Zach Wilson's got everything that the Jets have and Justin Fields had. All right, let's talk about this. More so than Ben is dead at quarterback, Matt Nagy is dead as a head coach.
I saw a take somewhere, and I don't even know where it was, if it was social media or some sports show, but it was like, is Nagy trying to prove his point about Dalton? Did he throw the game? And like, why not? It's the Bears. It's Nagy. Like,
dude,
I
just don't understand. It looked like Justin Fields found out he was starting 5 minutes before the game.
Yeah,
like
seriously.
Everything they ran, first of all, stop running it on first down. Stop running it on first down every time, let alone when it doesn't work and you do it again. But don't do it at all.
And that's a tough D line to just run on with your battered
offensive
offensive line.
And then get him moving. Don't just let him sit back. He had 1 attempt late in the second quarter because every time he dropped back, he got sacked.
Let him roll out.
If you take the yards that he was sacked and then you subtract it from his passing yards, there's a net total of 1 passing yard for the game. They had 60-something yards of offense for the whole game.
Something like that, yeah.
It was just despicable, and I know he's number 1 in the odds right now for first coach fired, but let's pick up that process. Let's pick up the speed here, dude. That guy is an absolute joke. The Vikings handled the Seahawks. Seahawks are another team. What are we doing with them? This looks like a disaster.
Well, my takes are so far so good. I feel good about what I said about them.
I mean, the Vikings are another. They can kind of block this year. They're kind of giving Kirk time, and when Kirk has time, they have. I mean, Justin Jefferson, Thielen. That's a top 5 wide receiver duo. So they have this Conklin guy. They're tight end too. Don't know who the hell he is, but he was all over the place yesterday. And even Madison comes in for Dalvin and looks 80% as good. So I'm a little alarmed by the Hawks.
I mean, Kirk went 30 of 38, 323, 3 touchdowns on their head, but they also do not have a secondary. They don't have a secondary. Who do they have in the secondary?
Jamal.
Yeah, but he's not like that. He's not that pass coverage guy.
I know. Quandre Diggs is okay, but I mean, especially on the outside corner-wise, they are a disaster. The Panthers continue to look good. It was against the Texans, but another good game for Sam. Yep, they lose CMC, so we'll really see how they are now. But their defense is good. Brian Burns is an absolute monster.
A little sneaky defense there, You don't really think of them as a top defense.
They did lose.
JC,
yeah.
Oh, that's tough. You never want to see a rookie go down like that.
Saints went into Foxborough, handled them. I don't know what they're doing with Mac. They're not really letting him go at all. They're being really conservative.
I think that's a Bill thing, old school coach,
Yeah, but he lets McDaniels run the offense like he wants, and McDaniels is still why not split everybody out wide and get these short throws like we saw in the preseason. The type of throws let
him just chunk it down the field, 8 yards, 4
so
yards,
conservative,
3-yard run.
And I don't know why we expected their receivers to be really any different. Aguilar is not a number 1 guy, and Jacoby Myers is frisky, but I think it continues the trend of we can't expect too much out of a rookie quarterback on any team unless the roster is a Super Bowl roster, like the Niners, which is why I'm for Trey coming in. I can't believe you guys went into Arrowhead and won.
It's fantastic. It's a great feeling.
Who would have thought?
And then, of course, next week, Monday night, we're just going to go in SoFi, and the Raiders are going to move up to 4-0 just because it's the fucking Raiders. Can you believe the Raiders are 4 or 3-0?
Oh, dude, that's weird.
I'm not happy.
I thought the Dolphins were going to steal that game yesterday.
Yeah. It's kind of ugly game, though. There's just some ugly things that happened where we just kind of caught that one on Red Zone because we had other stuff going that we cared about a little more. But it went back for a recap of the game. It's a bunch of ugly plays. And I was oh, well, I'm glad we didn't actually see this one through. And I heard that Brissett only looked good like towards like the last like 5 minutes, maybe like before that.
Yeah, it was a Brissett game. The Raiders, I think, are going to be the really good team that's not very good, and meaning they're going to actually maybe win 11 games, 10, 11 games. They'll be a playoff team, it looks like, because they have a game plan that works against a lot of these teams. But are we really, I mean, do we think they're a contender?
No.
I mean, let's calm down still. It's only week 3. Speaking of calm down, I had maybe a 2-hour argument with my friend Avery about the Broncos.
Oh my god, dude. Dude.
I don't have my phone. It's recording. I can't go back and look at some of them.
What, you faced the Jets. You faced
They beat bad teams. That's what good teams are
the
supposed
Giants. No
to do.
Yeah. I wonder if any team would go 3-0 that lineup, dude.
The 3 teams I've played now have a combined record of 0-9.
Oh, would you look at that? The
Yeah.
Broncos are elite this year. They're going to the Super Bowl.
It's just
Why?
it's still a mediocre team. They can't run the ball. KJ Hamler went down again yesterday, so now they're down Judy and Hamler. They have Tim Patrick and Cortland Sutton.
It's nothing even about them being mediocre that I doubt their talent and ability to win, but calm down. It is like the least impressive 3-0. Like those are 3 weak teams you beat. Let's see it next week.
3 weakest teams,
Exactly.
some might say. I know. And even if they win next week, they could be 9-0, and I'm still not buying it. They could be 17-0, and I'm still not going to buy it. Because as soon as they get into big games, Teddy, big game at Bridgewater, no.
You got Ravens next week, so it's going to be a pretty good test for them.
Yeah, that will be. Although they have a really good defense. I mean, if that game's in Denver,
Their defense is incredible, but like I just am so sick of hearing that like the Broncos are like this elite Super Bowl team. Like they're so.
By the way,
good.
nobody is saying this.
I see Broncos. I see Broncos fans.
Yeah, it's
talking.
literally only these little minute of delusional Broncos fans.
It's just because that high.
Delusional.
Because that high altitude,
I
their
know,
brain isn't getting enough
seriously.
oxygen.
And Avery just likes to stir up shit. He knows. He knows deep down. He knows. The Cardinals, that game was kind of dicey for, Kingsbury, man. That's why I think no matter what, they're going to be the team. They're probably going to be the most fun team to watch all year because they're going to either look amazing or they're going to be in these competitive games against teams that should not be competitive against. Why are you kicking a 66-yard field or 68?
It was 68, yeah.
Dude, why are you kicking that? You got your entire field goal unit on the team. This guy's going to have a 30-yard head start. You know Matt Prater's not going to make it. You know he's not. He's never made one that deep, even though he's got a boot on him. He's had a boot on him in domes, not outside.
Wasn't he the guy who hit the 64?
In Denver.
It was in Denver, but he's got a boot, yeah.
There's
But a 68-yarder?
Uncalled for. And I really wish they would have lost that game so that we could be blasting him today.
I do agree, because you should not be able to do that and like still win, but you're playing the Jaguars, so.
Cardinals 3-0, though. They're in second place in that division. 3-0. 3-0's 3-0. Again, they've beaten the Jaguars,
Titans,
yeah, and the Vikings.
Yeah.
In a game they should have lost.
Yeah.
So early on, I think the biggest thing we can take away from all of it is it's still week 3.
Let's take a breath here.
I think there's a
Analyze.
lot more that we don't know than we do know.
It's a long season.
And it's a long season.
We'll see, Cliff.
Next week after week 4, we're going to give out our quarterly season awards. We'll know after next week. We'll have a pretty good idea of what teams are looking like and how we see them faring the rest of the year. We have the worst game of the week on Thursday, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
The Jags are in Cincinnati. I like watching them, dude. Jamar Chase, another touchdown.
Joe Burrow
looks good. Tyler Boyd.
Good for him.
T. Higgins. They look like they kind of know what they're doing a little bit. I know they're playing.
Zach Taylor's the only thing. It's like.
True, but maybe he
Maybe.
just hasn't had a roster at all.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, what's there to say about this game? The Jags are 7.5 point. Although, should the Bengals be 7.5 point favorites over anybody? I will take the Jags. 7.5. They started to look a little more competitive today for a little bit.
Each week, are you just going to take them and hope that they eventually...
No, but
climb the
7.5 is too much, and those Thursday night games are gross. I mean, that Texans-Panthers game was even close for
Agreed.
a while. So,
That's fine. I'm taking the Bengals, though.
7.5?
No. I think it's going to be close.
Okay, so you're taking the Jags.
Oh.
We deal with spreads here. We're
Okay.
we're professional.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not there with the Jags yet. I don't know.
So much Urban slander still.
I wasn't even going to bring up Urban. I'm just not I mean, maybe with Urban, he just needs a little more time to acclimate. I mean, it's
Yeah,
different.
maybe he needs a little more than 3 games to get used to the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
can we give him more than a year? Like, and that's not like towards you, but everyone just
No.
every
I
single
get what you're
week they like to just pile on. It's like, can we
They're
just
waiting
fucking
for him to go
relax?
back to college or something? They're like, didn't work out.
I think he's gonna stay there, and I think they'll be fine. Like this
you
year,
at
obviously.
least got to give it 2 to 3 seasons if you're gonna give it
Yeah.
a shot. What are you doing?
The only thing is with him, like it's got to be hard going from. I mean, he's going to lose more games in the first half of this season than he probably had his entire career before.
That's got to be
So
tough.
is it tough for him? Does he like not having that total? I mean, what did he say? Whoever they played, he was telling that coach that it feels like he's playing Alabama every single week.
He told Fangio that.
Yeah. So I'm hoping by the end of the year, hopefully we at least see them more competitive, which I think they're already starting to look a little more. But we've already spent too much time on this game, so let's get away from it. Washington football team in Atlanta.
That's a red wash.
Very much a red wash. A Washington football team favored by 1.5 points in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Give me Washington.
Yep. Me too. All day.
I don't like Atlanta. Dude, I just traded for Kyle Pitts in one of my leagues. Yeah, I traded Kamara, Henry Ruggs, and Mark Andrews for Aaron Jones, Juju, and Pitts.
I like Jones. Juju's debatable. And we'll see with Pitts, I guess. I don't know, man.
I don't
know
think
about
you
that.
like that. Yeah.
I don't know about that trade, man.
No, but
Might have
dude,
vetoed
Pitts
that
is,
for your own sake.
dude. Matt Ryan,
Bust it out, man.
please retire. Dude, also Kyle Pitts, please change your number. I hate seeing that huge body just in number 8, dude. It's so bad. And Matt is. Why did I trade for him? Now I have to watch Matt Ryan every week. Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Now I have to watch Matt Ryan and Ben.
You do, and now you have to. Come on, Matt Ryan.
Fuck, dude. I gotta fucking flip those guys immediately. All right, let's go to the next one. Bears are home 3-point favorites to Detroit. I guess we don't know the Andy. Justin, let's just assume Justin's playing again.
What is up with Andy? What's the injury anyway?
Something with his knee. I don't know.
No, probably not then. I'm going to say Justin starting this game too, which I like more though.
Do we?
Well, for Detroit anyway. I mean,
I think give me the Lions +3.
that's fair.
The Lions look competitive. They play hard in every game. I mean, they were winning at halftime against Green Bay last week, and they should have won this week. Apparently, there was they should have not even been able to kick that field goal because of the delay of game that it should have been.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that. There's 17 delay of games every single game that don't get called. Like I know, right? Like every single time. So yeah, it was a little long. It was kind of like a full second and a half. But anyways, the Lions are competitive and the Bears are just a disaster. I think this is going to be a disaster until they fire Nagy.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the Lions too. Not anything else other than Nagy.
The Titans are in New York against the Jets and are 7.5-point favorites.
Sounds about right to me.
Stay away because it's over a touchdown on the road, which is still even kind of crazy. But I mean, the Jets,
dude.
I mean, we will tease the Titans down to 1.5 though, for sure. Cleveland is in Minnesota and are a 2-point favorite. So remember, they kind of give you 3 points automatically as the home team. So saying that Cleveland is a 2-point favorite means they think they're like 5-point favorite on a neutral field.
That's the only reason it's tough is because the Vikings at home are always kind of tough to play.
The Vikings could so easily be 3-0 if we want to play that game.
Yeah.
They should have beat the Cardinals on that easy kick, 2-1, and they really should have beaten Cincinnati week 1. I kind of am a believer in the Vikings a little bit, to an extent to be a pretty good team. Again, when we get to big games, I'll never take Kirk, just like I'll never take Teddy. But I like the upset at home a little bit. Cleveland still couldn't really move the ball today against Chicago. Baker still
Give me the
doesn't
Browns.
do much.
I'll take the Browns.
You're taking the Browns -2?
Might as well.
I'll take the Vikings +2 and outright to win. So far, I have the Lions and the Vikings in a little parlay I'm building on the side here. The Colts are in Miami.
Ooh.
And Miami is a 1.5 favorite.
It's kind of juicy. What's going on with Tua? Where are we at?
Well, he's out 3 weeks because they put him on IR, short-term IR. So we have Brissett at least for another 2 weeks, which is honestly probably a good thing. I was telling you before.
Brissett revenge game.
You're right. Yeah, right. Big Brissett revenge game. Yeah. Be a huge storyline this week.
That's a whitewash.
But the Dolphins honestly look better with Brissett. I heard
So
2 people talk about this today. There's a good chance Miami taking Tua instead of Herbert is the next Greg Oden getting taken over Kevin Durant.
I mean,
Herbert looks like a generational 15-year elite guy.
I mean,
That's pretty obvious. Tua looks like he might not be in the league in like 3 years.
yeah.
Or if anything, at least not starting.
And it is so gross to think about that right before that draft. You're like, hey, this Tua guy, huh? And you kind of got
Well,
me on the Tua train. I was
Yeah.
so excited. And I also wanted some defense back then.
It's just,
To just
I want to
think of where
say
we're
he
at
was
now.
in an Alabama system with all the receivers and
Yeah,
all the
dude.
defenders and all the coaching.
And it's college. It's just different. It's
Yeah.
just different.
It's tough, man. And the injuries obviously compound it and make it worse.
But he can't. If you can't stay healthy, you're not going to be a starter in this league. Sorry.
And
It's
if you're a
just not how
starter,
it works.
you have to be kind of good. And unfortunately, he just doesn't seem very good.
So you did get off the Tua train last week, right?
100%. Yeah, I'll never get on it again, ever. Until he starts playing good, then I'm on it. Carolina is in Dallas. No McCaffrey.
This is a conflict of your heart, dude.
Cowboys are
Dude.
4.5-point favorites.
It's your team.
I would probably take the 4.5 with Carolina, only because, again, they seem to be able to move the ball as well as they want to. The Cowboys still look better on defense, but nothing crazy. We should be able to move it on them, although their defense is pretty good too. So I think it's going to be, this will be like a week 4 game where you kind of learn about both of them, especially if the Cowboys win tonight.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't agree more.
4.5 points.
Give me the boys. I'll take the boys. I like Carolina, but it's just, I need to see a little more. I mean, I could be wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, especially without McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's huge.
I will not be making a pick. The Giants are in New Orleans. New Orleans? Are they playing in New Orleans? Well, it says they're in New Orleans, but can they physically play in New Orleans yet? Let's just assume they are. Saints are 7.5-point favorites.
That's fine by me.
That's a lot. That's a great teaser. Great teaser. Down to 1.5. Oof.
But even
Heavy teases get in place this week.
the 7.5, I'm not. I feel like that's fine.
The Saints, again, I know they went into New England, but
But that was an ugly win.
yeah, there's a chance that New England's just not very good. So I don't really know how much to think about that. And there's also, I mean, we thought their loss last week was really bad. There's a chance that the Panthers are just good.
Yeah.
And that they've beaten a Patriots team and then a Packers team that they were supposed to, and they lost to a good divisional team. So they could still be pretty good. I think we maybe got a little too excited after that week 1 win.
Come on, man. It's Jameis Winston.
Yeah, and it was Overreaction Monday, dude. It was Overreaction Monday. So 7.5, you're taking 7.5?
Yeah, that's fine.
I will
take it.
too,
Dude,
begrudgingly.
It's the Giants.
But I will not be betting
It's the Giants. And they just lost a couple of receivers, so.
Did they?
Yeah.
Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites in Philly.
Yeah.
I like it, 6.5.
Yeah.
You can tease that down to just 0.5 point. You need them to win. Dude, I'm going to throw my bank account at teasers this week. I can't imagine they don't come out after losing 2 in a row and just absolutely
Not to
lay
Philly.
the wood.
Not to Philly,
No,
too.
even in
Come
Philly.
on.
Like, that's not
Even-
that much.
yeah.
It's not even that much of a trip for them. I can't.
I
Yeah,
agree with
that's
you.
going to be
I
big time.
agree with you.
We'll see if Andy's on the sideline. I don't know what happened there, but I think he's fine. Oh, holy cow. I'm going to let you guess what the Texans are going into Buffalo. What would you like to guess that this line is at? Let me tell you this. If it's a 14-point spread is absurd. That's all I'll say. So what would you guess?
I was going to say 14.
16.5.
That's crazy.
I mean, fuck, man, though. 16.5?
I mean, the Bills are rolling.
We getting Tyrod back? Maybe?
I don't know. He's on IR.
I would assume that
Come on,
means
Tyrod.
he doesn't play. And I'm assuming that we are not getting Deshaun. So, I won't bet that game. Might have to tease the Texans up to 22.5 because that's... I mean, no. We'll just stay away from that completely. 16... Are we really going to pick the Bills to win by 17 or more?
Crazier things have happened.
All right, so we're both going with the Bills.
Yeah.
Here's
definitely.
a juicy one. This is a gold wash. Arizona Cardinals. The 3-0 Cardinals are in Los Angeles to play the 3-0 Rams.
You know where I'm going with this one.
LA.
Oh, yeah.
They're 6-point favorites. I'll take the Cardinals to cover, though. I think it's a close game.
It'll be close, but I'm gonna take LA.
I'm trying to think of like how they lose, because man, dude, they just look so good.
Yeah.
I guess depth wise, they're not very deep, but man, dude, oof. This will expose Arizona a little bit.
Oh yeah.
We'll know a little more how legit they are. This will be their first real test.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough game. But if they lose it, I'm not gonna sell my chips though.
D Hop on Jalen, got
That's
that
huge.
matchup.
That's huge.
That's gonna be fun. But the Rams should be able to throw all over the Cardinals.
Yeah, their secondary. That's why I'm taking the Rams so pretty easily. Is that that
Yeah.
secondary is brutal.
The Seahawks are 2.5-point underdogs in San Francisco.
This is gonna be a good game too.
Yeah, give me the Niners though,
Me too.
because
Me too.
ugh.
I mean, you're gonna lose to the Vikings and just go whoop the Niners. I mean, I know that they are always kind of iffy when they play each other, but come on.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. That's another division game that could be close, and then I mean, Russ could obviously steal it, but I like what the Niners did last night for how iffy they looked for a while. Here's the thing, though. This is what we need to be smart about, though. Their secondary is beyond depleted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were shorthanded going into yesterday, and they lost 2 more guys.
Yeah.
So the Hawks could maybe. Whew, okay, that's a stay
We'll
away for
see.
sure.
We'll
I'll
see.
take the Niners, though.
Me too.
Baltimore. This is blasphemous. The Broncos are a 1-point favorite over Baltimore.
It's recency bias, dude.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it
I'll
is.
take Baltimore all day in that one.
Me too.
Steelers are in Green Bay and are 7-point underdogs. Pack, go Pack, go.
Go, Pack, go all day.
Dude, Aaron.
Overreaction Monday. Everyone was like, oh,
Yep.
he's washed. He's going to
Yep.
retire. I mean,
When he
it's Aaron.
when he went on Pat McAfee's show last week and was like, those pieces of shit in the media, you don't want to even give them the time, like just saying how they were overreacting or not. That was, I think, directed towards me and you specifically. I think he heard what we said and
I
he
don't
was
think I
not
got
very
too
happy.
blasphemous about Aaron. I mean, I probably...
You said some pretty hurtful stuff.
I was hurtful, but I've always gave Aaron his flowers. Like I've always been an
no,
Aaron
for
guy.
sure. And I did the whole I'm ready to move on from Aaron, like just because we have so many young guys in the league, which I am. But that was so fun. Like 37. I said it to Mike last night. I was like, dude, how nice would it be to have a quarterback who, like, with 37 seconds left,
No timeouts.
you borderline are like expecting him to do it. Like,
No timeouts. 37 seconds.
I'm just
fuck
gonna
it.
throw
Aaron
this
Rodgers now.
25 yard in the middle and one more sideline, spike it and kick it, and meh.
Got Mason Crosby. It's like,
It's
We'll
insane.
be all right.
Dude, Juszczyk should have gone down at the 1 yard line, honestly,
Mhm.
and then
Oh,
gone
yeah.
up and spike it and tried to score. But
Yep.
7 points.
It's fine by me. I mean, that defense is tough, but I just like
I just can't picture Ben really moving the ball at all in Green Bay.
that's my whole point. Seventh. Yeah.
Again, tease it down to 1, and then there you go. Let's go Raiders in Los Angeles on Monday night against your Chargers. 3.5-point favorites are the Chargers.
I like it. They've been playing good. Like their offense, they know what they need to do. But Brandon
I'm gonna
Staley,
take 3.5 with the Raiders though.
Okay.
Field goal game, I think it is, just because again those Charger games are always gross and close.
So gross.
And
But the Raiders know what to do on offense to pick apart the teams. But I feel like Brandon Staley has something up his sleeve.
yeah, you're pretty confident after this week. You have to be.
I'm bought in, dude.
Yeah.
Hearing him talk in the locker room, listening to his press conferences, how could you not be? Especially Anthony Lynn's arrogant ass. He's a rookie for a reason. He's not the starter for a reason. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're so stupid. You are so stupid. Any other coach would be licking their chops to get Justin Herbert as a rookie like that. And Anthony Lynn's like, he's the backup for a reason. Fuck you. Have fun in Detroit.
So I take it you're picking the Chargers.
Yes.
Okay, and the game of the week, Tampa Tom.
Revenge game.
There was like a promo thing when they came back from commercial one time during the game last night, and they were showing like a little hype tape, and it was, "Hello, it's me," and it's like so dramatic, and it's like, "Hello from the other side," and they're just like. They're over like the course of this week. There's gonna be, I mean, there already was last week. Freaking Alex Guerrero mentioned that Belichick just didn't understand Tom at the end, and I think Brady's dad came out and said something, and I don't doubt that either throughout the week or especially Sunday morning when you wake up and you get those notifications before the game start that there's gonna be something like Brady called Belichick called Brady a piece of shit or something the week before he left or something, or like he said he's washed and. Forget the spreads. How do you just see? I think taking the emotion out of it and everything, Tampa's going to come in here and roll.
So if you take emotions out, yeah, they should roll, but there's
There's
gotta
gonna
be
be
some
emotions.
emotions, dude. That's the first time he's been in the visitors' locker room. He's gonna go in there and like prepare to face that team after how many years of being in that stadium, like preparing like as a Patriot. Like there's gotta be so many emotions.
Yeah,
It is
I
Tom
just
Brady. That motherfucker's cold as ice.
if the Patriots were like if it was a closer
They were good.
yeah, if it was closer personnel wise, I would totally agree with you.
They're
But-
gonna roll. I'm just saying there's gonna be a lot of emotions too.
Yeah. God, Belichick wants that game so bad, dude.
More than he
He's
wants
just-
another Super Bowl, dude. Oh, Tom, I swear to God, if there's one game I want to win.
Yeah. No, except he's gonna get up this week and yeah, it's just another game. He's just another guy. It's week 4. We're at home and we're
Focus in on next week. Next question.
on to Tampa Bay. On to Tampa Bay.
Mac Jones.
He's not our quarterback here, so we're not really worried about it anymore. Oh jeez. That's gonna be so good.
Taking the Bucks. It's gonna be a huge game.
Yeah,
Really excited.
I'll take them 6.5. I think they kind of roll. I think first quarter's probably kind of choppy, just like you said, get the nerves out of the way.
It's Tom Brady though, dude. That guy
Okay.
knows what he's gotta do.
I went with my gut as we did this, and I built a 5-legger. What do you think of this? The Lions going into Chicago and winning. The Vikings going into their own home stadium and beating the Browns. The Colts losing to the Dolphins. The Ravens beating the Broncos. And the Raiders staying within 4 points against the Chargers. Lions, Vikings, Dolphins, Ravens, Raiders. $10. What do you think it wins?
$80.
307.
Jesus Christ! I need to get my betting. I need to figure this shit out, dude.
I know.
Holy shit.
That's why I love asking you. It's my parlay of the week. That's your
Wow.
Phillips parlay of the week. Now,
That's not bad, dude.
this is just going to be, we are going to clean up this week, everybody. We are going to clean up. You're telling me that you can get the Vikings at +9 or +8. You can get the Panthers at 10.5. You can get the Saints down to 1.5. You can get the Chiefs down to 0.5 point, y'all. You can get the Rams at even money against the Cardinals. You can get the Ravens at +7, a whole touchdown. You can get the Packers at -1. You can get the Bucks at 0.5 point. Congratulations, everybody. You can actually tell me what that is going to be. Oh, it's 11-1. $10 to win 110. All right, I just made you all $110. You're welcome. A week from now, Sunday night, we'll be back here after a little Mac Tampa Bay action.
That's gonna be juicy.
Yep. Getting you ready for your Monday night debacle against the Raiders.
Monday night debacle. Gotta
All right.
love it.
All right. It's been good, man. Congrats on your win this week. Huge win.
Thank
win.
you. I'm
Go boys. Go boys.
Sending good energy your way. Sending some of that
Thank
winning
you.
energy your way.
Thank you.
Oh, rooting for the boys all the way tonight.
Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles.
Fine by me.
All right. See y'all. Peace.